Performance Center. I don't think she wrestles at Survivor Series, but there's a chance she shows up, maybe sets up a match at WrestleMania with, let's say, a Charlotte Flair or something of that sort, or I don't know. So that's really my rumor mill there. That's really all I got.
Yeah, some of the stuff that I've seen in the rumor mill is that essentially she's going to set up a match with the 4 Horsewomen with her clique.
Yeah. And
that it's already been greenlighted by Stephanie and Triple H. They've given their blessing saying, yeah, let's do it.
That would be pretty fun, I think. I don't know too much about Ronda Rousey's crew she has, but I'm assuming they're all, they all have their fighting backgrounds and all that stuff. So they're athletic, they can move around the ring. But of course, going from the cage to the ring, 2 totally different things. You really have to train to get a WWE ring, which I think with their background wouldn't take really much to have them trained and ready to go in a match. So that will be certainly interesting, especially since Ronda Rousey has been a huge fan of WWE all her life. So it'll be fun if Ronda Rousey shows up. It'll give a spark to this women's division, and I will be a lot more interested in the women's division if Ronda Rousey comes around. But granted, I believe it'll be a one-time only thing. I don't think she's going to come here full-time, not even part-time. I think she'll show up this year, maybe make a run at WrestleMania, have a WrestleMania match, and then that'll be the end of Ronda Rousey in WWE.
Right. Another thing that I was hearing, speaking of people crossing over from the MMA world, I can't remember if it was Cornette or if it was Meltzer, talking about, obviously with the Money Mayweather fight, Conor McGregor had a huge payday. He doesn't have to fight if he doesn't want to for the rest of his life. Generations are set up now, right? However, what if he gets a huge payday from Vincent K. McMahon?
He could.
To come to a WrestleMania.
And Jim Ross has...
That was Jim Ross, yes, on Colin Cowherd, yes.
Yes, Jim Ross on Colin Cowherd said he would be surprised if we never at least saw Conor McGregor receive a paycheck from Vince McMahon.
Yes.
So maybe at a WrestleMania, which it would be at a WrestleMania, I would think. Conor McGregor is the kind of guy where, like I said, he's going to want to get paid, and the only way they're going to pay him that much is if he shows up at a WrestleMania. Is it going to be this year? I hope so, because I would love to see Conor McGregor at WrestleMania in New Orleans, because I'm still, trying to, figure out my financial situation to...
Oh, speaking of that, I looked at the prices. Insane.
You saw the packages?
Insane.
The cheapest package was over $1,000. I said, no thanks. I'll take a ticket, please. And they come out November 17th, so I'll be on the lookout. But I don't even think I'm going to buy it whenever it initially comes out. I'm going to wait for people to put tickets maybe on StubHub or whatever the case may be, and go check that out and see if I can find like a little deal or something.
Obviously, if you're going to WrestleMania, the package you want is meet and greet. You want to go to the Hall of Fame ceremony.
The whole thing.
Yes, and you're going to drop almost $5,000 on that.
Exactly. $5,000 that I don't have.
Forget you, McMahon.
That's for sure. So, all right. So, what's after the rumor mill?
Just the outro.
The outro. That's it.
Because we've already done.
Yeah, because we're a little over an hour here. So we've said everything we needed to say. So, any final thoughts for this week?
Man, well, real quick. Speaking of the Ronda Rousey thing, if you're saying it's a one and done, which it could possibly be, maybe she's just looking for a big payday, right? If it's a one and done. Let's play Fantasy Booker for a few seconds. Do you make her look strong, and do you let her beat up your talent that's been there every day, grinding it out for you, or how would you book it?
For probably similar to like an Emma Asuka, at a TLC. And I would say Ronda would be Emma, and probably Charlotte would be Asuka. Charlotte is the future of your women's division. And now if Ronda Rousey decides to come here and stay here for a few years, I would probably have Ronda Rousey go over. But if it's a one-time only deal, you have Ronda and Charlotte go at it, put on just a phenomenal, absolute, awesome match, probably at least a 4-star match they would put on, and have them go at it for maybe a good 15, 20 minutes and get some near falls for Ronda. But some way, somehow, Charlotte would pin her. I don't think we wouldn't see Ronda tap out. I don't think they wouldn't make Ronda tap out. I think Charlotte would grind out a very tough pinfall victory over Ronda. That would be the way I would go for it.
Yeah, and I wonder, because when you start bringing in people who are legitimate fighters, who have shown their mettle in the biggest promotion on the planet, UFC, right? Do you think bringing people in to fight your wrestlers exposes the industry for what it is. Because, say you make Ronda look strong, but she doesn't get the win, right? Which you kind of have to do if it's a one and done. You can't have her, beat Charlotte because Charlotte's your bread and butter.
Yep.
Right? But at the same time, does it expose the business for being a work? Because if it was a shoot, you know exactly what would happen if Ronda Rousey fought Charlotte Flair.
Well, the thing is, in Ronda, obviously Ronda's UFC career has tanked ever since she got kicked in the head by Holly Holm. So this is not a thing like, I'm going to use the example when Floyd Mayweather fought The Big Show. Floyd came in an undefeated boxer. Nobody's really touched him. Still nobody's really touched him to this day. And, now that he's retired. So basically nobody touched him in his career. So he came in there and, had the match with The Big Show, used brass knuckles to knock him out. Whereas here, Ronda Rousey, as far as the UFC career, has shown that she is human and she can be beat, she can be beat down, and I think you can use that. You can legitimately have Ronda go down to Charlotte Flair and it's still not really changed the perception of the business. That's just my opinion.
Okay, very cool. All right, so with that said, man, great show.
Awesome
Patrick?
show. I love it, man.
Pound
awesome.
it, man.
Hell yeah. It was fun, man. I look forward to doing this every week.
Heck yeah. This is going to be a weekly podcast. So where you can find us, www.MarkOutMania.com. From there, you can link to our iTunes account if you have an Apple device, or even if you have an Android device and you love iTunes. You can download us there. You can download our podcast on SoundCloud. You can listen to our podcast on YouTube. You can also listen to it and watch it on, well, not watch it yet, on our website, MarkOutMania.com. Essentially, that's the hub. That's where you need to be. You can get to everywhere we are on the internet if you go to MarkOutMania.com. And with that said, be safe, shop local, and be good to one another.
You've been listening to the Mark Out Mania podcast, a Lake Area Media, LLC production. The views and opinions expressed in this show are those of Ryan Keith and Patrick Frey and are not affiliated with any wrestling promotion or company. Follow Mark Out Mania on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. For all Mark Out Mania links, news, and free podcasts, visit MarkOutMania.com. You've been marked.